Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. And through this channel, I'll be providing some stock analysis and also an update on a $1 million challenge, so please stay tuned. Let's start with a quick update on the $1 million challenge. So this is a journey that we are now in the 5th week. It's a journey from an investment of $1,000 to a potential return of $1 million over a period of 3 years. We're looking at achieving 201 trades with an average return of 3.5% using compound return investing. So it's not 201 consecutive trades, it's 201 trades with an average return of 3.5%, taking into account losses as well. So as part of the challenge, we have a spreadsheet with specially selected stocks, which are low risk. And we're looking at stocks where you can get a gain of 3.5% or more, and then cash out and then repeat. In terms of the Discord community, this is growing. We're almost at 300 now. And the Discord community works together in the challenge, sharing due diligence, tips, technical analysis, chart analysis. So if anybody's interested in joining us on this journey, still not too late. Details in description below. In the previous video, we did a stock update on ticker symbol BBIG, Vinco Ventures. This was also a stock that was featured previously on the channel as a potential squeeze stock. And again, momentum is starting to look bullish again for the stock. We can see over the previous 5 days on the chart here, it did again reach an all-time high, which was in excess of $12. Over the previous 5 days, we can see it's up in excess of 30%. But what's interesting in the chart here, there was a good opportunity to buy a dip around about $7.22 and receive a very good return from there. So for details of this stock, ticker symbol BBIG, please refer back to the previous video. Today's stock analysis is for ticker symbol SPRT, support.com. Again, this was a stock that was featured previously on the channel as a potential squeeze stock. At that time, in terms of the Discord community, when we first introduced it, it was trading around $8. So quite significant profits were made in this stock. And again, in terms of the chart, previous day of trading at time of editing, we are seeing significant bullish momentum again. However, before we look at the technicals and the chart, quick reminder in terms of why I'm quite bullish on this stock, and that is a potential upcoming merger with the business with a Bitcoin mining company. So details of this and detailed due diligence of support.com in a previous video. What I would now like to do is share the 4-hour chart for ticker symbol SPRT. So on the screen here, what we can see is identification here of an ascending triangle breakout in terms of volume. So certainly very bullish. So what we can see also on the chart, at one time the stock was trading well in excess of $50. And since then it has been consolidating down. So the 2 blue lines there will indicate the ascending triangle potential breakout based on volume. We also have the 4-hour MACD flip. We have the 4-hour RSI showing a bullish movement, which is quite bullish, moving into the 50 range. So if we have a look at just at the bottom of the chart, the blue line at the bottom, so certainly movement up there. So it's a good sign, and very, very bullish about this stock for a potential movement up. And the other thing I'd like to say on this stock is there still seems to be very heavy short interest. Let's now have a look at some of the key data that we can pull out from Ortex. So if we have a look at the screen here for ticker symbol SPRT at time of editing, short interest is up. It's plus 0.54% up. The cost to borrow we can see is quite high on the screen. That is reported at time of editing at just at over 134%. So quite a high cost to borrow. The estimated short interest, which is the percentage of the free float, is again also quite high, 82.45. We can see on the screen there. Short interest, we're looking at that. Again, we can see here short interest is 7.6 million. And the estimated short interest percentage of the free float is 82%. So certainly interesting figures there from a squeeze point of view. Let's now follow that up by having a look at some of the technical analysis data. So we'll start by having a look at the moving average for 20 days. So again, this is quite high. Moving average for 20 days is 49%. So bullish movement in the short-term period. Over the longer term period, the moving average over 50 days is much higher at 143%. But if we look at the 200-day moving average, that is a phenomenal 409%. So very significant growth in the stock. Volume at time of editing was in excess of 27 million. And then the interesting thing in terms of the shares outstanding, we have shares outstanding 24.15 million. We have the float around about 15.08 million, and the short float is 40.99%. Short ratio 0.38%. So the change on previous day's trade was just in excess of 20%. So very interesting technical data here for tick symbol SPRT. What I would now like to do is just provide a reminder for anybody who didn't watch the first video in terms of when the squeeze was initially called. So this was called 23rd of August 2021. So this was an article shared with everybody in the first video. This is from Ben Ziega, and the headline here is "Could Support.com Get Squeezed to the Moon?" So this was based on research that we found. Again, information was shared in the Discord at that time. So certainly it was identified as a potential squeeze stock. And the key information that we saw here, that in terms of this article, 6.4 million shares were held short, which is a percentage is around about 64.5%. The short sellers are now down at that time of the article $32 million. So very significant information there from this article. And finally, just to finish off, in terms of the proposed merger, that has not been yet officially announced. So what that depends on, it does depend on a vote. So once the vote has happened and the vote passes, then we're going to have official announcement for the merger. Once that happens, I do expect some bullish momentum in the stock running up to the vote, running up to the merger. So certainly worth putting onto your watch list. And in terms of the actual stock itself, it is a high risk, volatile, potential squeeze stock. So any investment in this will require use of a stop loss and also use of money that you're prepared to lose. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.